share screen and pull up the poem so that you can see it. And then, okay, this one is a poem by another friend of mine. She too is a poet and a storyteller and a writer. Her name is Joan Andrea Hutchinson. And this one that we're going to read hasn't been put on an audio yet, but it's called Fred. And it's about a little boy who was naughty. So I am going to need some volunteers to read it. So I am going to need to see my participants at the same time that I am looking at my screen. So here are the two verses, the two first stanzas of the poem. And who can I have? Okay, how can I see? All right, I see hands. Do those hands mean that people want to read, or were those hands up from before?
Yes.
Maybe does it mean that you want to read? Who said yes? Call your name.
Yes,
So, wait a minute. I noticed that somebody mark up my screen. It's who mark up my screen? It's who bright. Come back up my screen. Hello, please. We are not sharing participation on the screen. We are sharing participation with voice, please. Thank you. So who was the bright voice that said yes? Can I have your name, please? Bria. The name that appears on my screen. Say again, Bria. Bria. Bria, will you please read this first screen for us? The first two verses of the story.
Yes.
Go ahead.
There was a boy who had a mother, a father, an uncle, and sister, a brother, and friends who were nice to each other, but he was lonely. That
Fred. And anything that we see underlined is what we can all read together, although the sound won't come at the same time. Bria, continue with the second stanza, please. Bria? Bria gone?
Go ahead.
He had a bird, a dog, a kitty, and he thought his mom was but he was rude. What a pity. So nobody played with Fred.
Thank you, Bria. Clapper. Okay, next screen. Can we have another reader?
Me.
Who is me?
Can I try to get
Hold on. Oh gosh. No, I'm hearing everybody talking at once. Remember I said put up your hand. The first hand I saw up on my screen was J-A-H-M. J-A-H-M?
Hello.
What is your name, please?
Jaboria.
Jaboria? Jaboria. Okay. You can go ahead and read.
He broke his butt and bit his ball, threw a sheet of paper in the hall, splashed mud on his bedroom wall. A silly boy,
That Fred. Continue.
Pulled the dog's tail and scared the cat. And Celia's dog he threw a rat. Hid a spider under a little boy's hat. A naughty boy, that Fred.
That Fred. Thank you, Jaboria. Who will be our next reader? Carson. Carson got there first. Carson?
Yes.
You can, oh, sorry, I haven't changed the screen. My bad. Distractions. Okay, about to change the screen for you. Right, there we go. Go ahead.
He threw pencils, stabbing in so many places, and tied together Peter's shoelace
laughed at the girl who was wearing braces. He was so mean, that Fred.
Very mean. Continue.
On the dirty wall, he would always lean, and his shoes were never clean. His room was
Messiest. Long word. Messiest.
You have never seen a naughty boy, that Fred.
Thank you very much, Carson. Who is next? Who is coming next? Punchinella, little fella. Hold on. Hold on. What did I say about putting up your hands? So I see I want to choose a hand. I'm going to choose who is at the top of my hand list that I haven't heard from before. And that would be, oh dear, why is this screen behaving like this? And that would be Jardine Sutherland. Jardine?
Yes, miss.
Do you want to read, or was your hand up for another reason?
Miss, I want to read.
Okay, please go ahead. And I might need everybody to take their hands down so that I can get a clean and new hands up for the next verse. Okay? Jardine,
He
go
put
ahead.
bubble gum on Aaron's chair and his toys he refused to share. They called him mean. He said, I don't care. What's a boy that Fred? When his mother called him, he didn't come, and sometimes he stuck out his tongue. Called children names like silly and dumb. Oh Fred, oh Fred, oh Fred.
Fred is a terrible little boy. Okay, hands up again. I see Daniel. I see Daniel. Daniel?
Yes,
Ready?
miss. Yes,
Okay,
miss.
go ahead.
Well, one day his uncle gave him a cool new toy. He was so happy, so full of joy. But there was no one, not a girl or boy, who wanted to play with Fred. He was sad and by himself. He had to stay. He cried and cried and cried all day. Why nobody wants to play? He had no friends, that Fred.
Poor Fred. You feel sorry for Fred? Anybody feel sorry for Fred?
I feel bad.
I see Bryce's hand. Feel bad for Fred. But Fred called it upon himself.
Bad.
Everybody feel bad, but Fred called it on himself. Fred was rude and
Because he gives trouble to everybody.
Okay. All right. So now it's time to hear. Now it's time to hear. 1 second. I'm going to mute everybody so that I can hear Bryce. Bryce?
Yes, miss.
Your time to read if you want to read. I've had
Okay.
it before though, I'm sure.
Taylor said to him right after school, playing fair and being good is the rule. You want to have friends. Naughty is not cool. You must learn to behave. You, Fred. So Fred went with tears in his eyes. He humbled himself and apologized. They became friends again. He was so surprised. Now he's no longer lonely. That Fred.
Now he is no longer lonely, that Fred.
Good job,
Okay.
Bryce.
Bryce, is that a friend of yours telling you good job?
Thanks, Carson.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. We had Bria and Jaboya, Carson, Jardine, Daniel, and Bryce reading story poem by Joan Andrea Hutchinson, and the story is called Fred.